Before we get into how many of you come up with some good questions? How many have come up with some bad questions? Sometimes the bad questions that the breakthrough happens. You see, in business, I think one of the most dangerous words you can say in business is this. Write this down. That is, my business is different. My business is different. I hear from entrepreneurs all the time that, oh yeah, I'm in this business, then my business is different, and it doesn't work for me. Do this for me. Do this for me. Go ahead. Yeah, do it like that. Most entrepreneurs, they have what I call the tunnel vision. This is how they view their business. Okay, take it off. So my goal today is hopefully to take that off, and you can see, wow, I can look at my business from a different perspective. Because most entrepreneurs operate, and the business owners, most people in the same industry, they operate the same way. Okay, they look at what everybody else is doing, and they copycat each other. And they think, well, if that guy is doing it, it must work. Just because other people are doing it doesn't mean it works. It's the blind leading the blind. So if you want to think outside of the box, as you're listening to some of these questions, or when we're doing the hot seat, that, well, yeah, you know, that guy's in the internet business, I'm a mortgage broker, that doesn't apply to me. No. What I want to do is I want to train you how to think. Because business is an intellectual sport. Business is an intellectual sport. So if you think in terms of how you think about your business, how you execute, that's what produces results. Intel is very valuable. And business is war. Business is war. Doesn't mean the guys who work the hardest will make the most amount of money. It's not always the case. But the ones with the intelligence, with the intel, and can think outside the box, yeah, those people, those entrepreneurs win. Does that make sense? So let's start with some questions. Now, I do believe there is such a thing as a stupid question. I do believe that. But I think you come up with some good ones. So, yeah, ask me anything you want. I'm all yours. And just put up your hand so start with the mic. The mic is not for the speaker, just for the camera. So it doesn't help. So just
Hello.
project. And what's your name?
It's Toby.
It's Toby?
Yes.
Everybody say hi, Toby. Hi, Toby. Go ahead, answer the question.
Yeah, with the problem of rising costs, right, of inflation, how do you combat that when you're starting a business, especially when it comes to real estate, employee salary, because it's rising, right?
Yes. So you're saying with the inflation, what business are you in, Toby?
I'm thinking of a food business, a
food
restaurant. Because
business?
our family back home in the Philippines, we own a couple of chains, and
Okay.
I'm making a business plan right now.
And you're thinking of doing it in Vancouver?
Yes.
Okay. So you're thinking of opening a restaurant in Vancouver? If you don't mind me asking, what type of restaurant?
It's a Filipino restaurant.
Filipino restaurants, okay. But because of the labor, also the cost of everything else, the food, material, people, so what's your concern? What's your problem?
When I was trying to do a break-even analysis, it's just that I need to sell a whole lot more just to break even because
Okay.
of the real estate cost and
The lease,
salary, labor,
Yep.
and everything.
Yep. So the question is?
How do you combat that, or how do you go around that, or if you have any
Okay, I get
advice?
it. Which is, first of all, I want to acknowledge you for doing the break-even analysis, because a lot of entrepreneurs, they just jump into it, they just open up something without running through the numbers. How many have done that, by the way? Be honest. Yeah, Andre's done that. So, which is good. Challenge is, once you run through the numbers, like you said, you got to sell a whole lot of food to even just to break even.
Yes.
Then I would say, don't fucking start the business. Do something else.
Uh-huh.
Like, just because maybe you have the background in a restaurant, in Vancouver is a different market. And Vancouver, the restaurant industry is extremely competitive. Just go to Richmond and walk around.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely competitive. It's a whole different market. You have a huge population, that's an Asian population as well, right? If you're selling Filipino food, you probably target to the Filipino community, I assume, right?
Actually, to the Asian
The
community.
Asian community,
and to
anybody, right? So
hopefully
think
to
in terms of
expand.
the numbers, you got to invest how much money? What was your number to open up something like that?
Initially, because I talked to an investor, she's willing to put down 150.
Okay,
Then all in all, it's gonna be around 300.
300, right? The kitchen, just so you know, the kitchen itself probably costs $200-300 grand. Yeah.
Excuse me, can you say that again?
The kitchen itself, because our friends opened up restaurant. The
Yes.
kitchen itself is 200-300 grand.
Yes.
Yeah. So you put in the money, and then now you got to think in terms of, and if everything goes well, how long would it take you to recoup that investment?
5 years.
5 years? That's everything goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So think about it. And if something goes well, how much money could you lose?
Quite a lot.
Yeah. So if think in terms of why are we in business, by the way?
To make money.
Yeah. So if you know that, okay, it's a game, it's like gambling, it's a game that you bet, okay, I'm going to put in $250,000. I think that's how much it's going to cost, but chances it's going to probably cost $300,000-$400,000 just to be in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Forget marketing, forget anything, running costs, anything like that. I am in red, 400 grand before open door. So if everything goes well in 5 years, I might recoup my money. And if everything goes well, then maybe in 6, 7, 10 years, I'm making a little bit of profit. So if you think in terms of my entrepreneurial, I'm not saying don't do it, I'm just saying from a numbers point of view, follow what I'm trying to do. So if you think in terms of an opportunity like this, then if I look at that, wow, and chances of failing is high.
Yeah.
I'm better off just staying at home and doing nothing, have that money in my bank. Then starting something like that might lose money for me, for my family, for my investor. Versus, does that make sense? A battle is won before it's ever fought from the art of war. So if you know that's maybe not exactly ideal what you want to do, maybe look in other businesses. It doesn't have to be because you have a restaurant background, you have to do this. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out there. What other businesses can you do? Maybe leverage the background that you have. How can you do something that's maybe a lower cost, less risk?
Well, it could be because we're quite famous back home. That chain is quite famous for the chicken barbecue and sauces. And I
Yeah.
was thinking about also probably importing some of our sauces.
Sauces?
Yeah.
No, I like that a lot
here.
better. I like
here.
that a lot better. Why? Tell me, everybody.
Well, it's a lot cheaper. First of all, you don't need that much investment for that. I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
And for bottle, how much would you sell it? Could you sell it for?
That I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're just
How
It's
much
just a
are you selling
possibility.
it for back home?
back home. It's average is 250 pesos, which is around $7, $8.
$7. And by the way, the hot seat is not just me giving you answers, because I want you to learn how to think. How to what? So it's everybody thinking, brainstorming, you're exercising your brain. That's what this is for. I already know this shit. It's not for me. This is not for me, it's for you. So that's good. So if you're doing the sauce business, then what is it? No, it's okay. It's okay. So then maybe look into that. What else can you do?
Well, I also have a sales background since I got here in Canada 5 years ago, and I've been working for software,
Okay.
IT, and technology sales.
Okay.
so
Okay. So are there opportunities within there?
Probably.
Yeah. Not so much, write this down. The number one key to business success, I believe, is to avoid bad assumptions. All the problems I have in my life started off as a good idea. One day I came up with an idea. Oh, I should do this. Let me put in some money. Let me start this business. And a bad assumption, assuming, well, you know what? When I launch this, everybody would love it. And I talked to some of my friends and family, and they say it's a good idea. Let's do that. And then I think when I launch it, within 2 months, I'll make 100 grand. Then it turns out, whatever I assume, oh, my friends and family love it. When I have the product, you go to them, would you like to buy some? No. Right? So, and then when I launch it, I thought I would make 100 grand in 2 months. Turns out I didn't make 100 grand. I didn't even make 10 fucking grand. Lost money, first month. Lost money, second month. Should I still keep doing this? Lost money the third month. Shit, should have done more research. So all the key to business is avoid bad assumption. Assuming whatever you're doing, it's going to work 100%. It's no. In fact, challenge yourself. Ask yourself tough questions. On my desk, this is very helpful. On my desk, I have 3 questions I ask myself every day. Every day. First question is, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Second question is, what don't I know? What don't I know? Last question is, what don't I see? What could go wrong? What don't I know? What don't I see? So as you go through those questions, for every one of you, you look at your business and you ask yourself those questions. What could go wrong? What is the risk? Versus what happens if everything goes right? Which chances are not going to happen. And if you ask yourself these questions, you would be able to know what are some of the risks involved. And if everything does go right, is that okay? Yes? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. But if what could go wrong, now I'm thinking, what's the downside? Can I live with the downside? What is the upside? I don't think about the upside. Like any investments, any deals I do, I think of what's the downside first. How much money can I lose? Am I okay losing that money? If it's not okay, then I'm not so sure. Can I live with it? Not just, wow, I'll do this deal and I'm going to make out all this money. I don't think about that. Does that make sense? Yeah? Any other questions? For now? Okay. Round of applause for Toby. Next question?
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.